Hello, YouTube. Deranged Clown here. You know what? I wish I could have something positive to say, but I can't. Yesterday, um, drove home from work, and just your standard, day, work day, and it's just your standard thing. I have been in the process of moving. I actually have some great opportunities in front of me, and quite frankly, I'm extremely excited. I mean, there's some pretty cool stuff coming up. And um, so I get in my car, and I have a more modern car. Those of you who know. And it syncs up with your radio via um, via Bluetooth. And I get a text from my landlords saying that I plan on staying here for the next 2 months. I was shocked. They also said that someone had told them that I was planning on staying here until March, which is an absolute lie. The people responsible for this are depraved bastards. Who would go after someone's housing? So I talked to my landlords, called them up. Really didn't want to have to do that on a Sunday afternoon, but it's just one of those things where you have to make an exception to the rule. And I talked to them, and I said, no. The original arrangement we made, the original plan, that is still very much in force. And what infuriates me is the fact that these sadistic bastards would sit there and lie to a landlord. What lack of conscience would such a person have that they're not thinking about other people? This really doesn't affect me because, to be perfectly blunt, contrary to what my overly optimistic fan club thinks, I actually do have it together. I'll just say that. And boy, I'm just so exciting what's in the future. Things I never thought possible are on the verge of happening. And if I do my part, they will happen. And yet it just seems like life, it's kind of this bizarre mixture of really good and really bad. So all this is going on. And I got sadistic pieces of garbage who go and they lie to landlords. Now, what makes me mad is that these people, these landlords, are really good people. And they were lied to and they were manipulated. That's what angers me. The actual manipulation doesn't, okay? Because I've dealt with with my overly optimistic fan club that I can pretty well anticipate what they're going to do. But there's a saying in the Old West: just when you think you've seen everything, you haven't seen the elephant. And what that means is, just when you think you've seen everything imaginable, something's going to come along that's just going to, what the heck? I thought I had seen the elephant. I thought I had seen every imaginable thing. But then these people decided that, oh, well, we're going to go lie to the landlord. This is housing, guys. This is what keeps us warm at night. This is where we go when we're not at work. it doesn't matter to them. They're just psycho, you know. And it's like I told my landlords, I said, the depravity doesn't surprise me. I expected that. That's just them. That's par for the course with them. It's just the level of depravity that shocks me. You know, it's moments like this that drives home what Ukraine does. And the reason why I've been so interested in Ukraine versus Russia is in part because Ukraine plays by the rules. They play fair. Even when Russia is insistent on violating norms that all of humanity agrees with, Ukraine doesn't. And the phrase, "we are not you," comes to mind. I will be honorable. I will do the right thing. Sadistic bastards can do what they will do. But in the end, their reputations will be shredded. No matter where they go, no matter where they walk, no matter who they talk to, people will be like, "Oh, aren't you so-and-so? Yeah. Didn't you do this and this and this and that? Oh, well, I'm the yeah." So that's what will happen to them. As for me, I believe in peace. I just want to be left alone. And I will not be like them. I will be honorable. I will abide by the law. I will abide by morals and standards that are outlined by my church. And if other so-called members of my church want to pull these stunts and go to church on Sunday and then act like lunatics during the week, that's on them. I will be honorable. I will be peaceable. So, anyways, and the funny thing is when you have that mentality, it's amazing the opportunities that open up. And it's just so easy for me to just set that aside and say, you know what? Those sadistic bastards can stew in their hateful juices all they want. As for me, I got some pretty cool stuff in the future. I'll probably be doing some more videos, but suffice to say, it's a major research project on some mining areas, as well as just developing a professional career, expanding my current career, and improving my housing. So I'm excited. Just recently I sat down and did an assessment on where I currently am. And it took my breath away. I was like, wow, is it that good? And it took me a day to process that. I'm like, dang, what happened? This is good. This is cool. And then just recently, all these prospects came up in the future to get things better. And I'm like, whoa, this is freaking cool. This is rad. This is radical. All of you 80s people will know what radical means. So anyways, I would rather focus on that, put all my energy towards that rather than deal with some psychotic pieces of garbage. So anyways, this has gone on for way too long. End of recording.